Class is in session. The Brofessor is in. What's happening, y'all? We have Mosh, the Headbangers. We got him 6-star silver for a preview today. So let's bro. First off, he is a trickster of the chaotic attitude era. Training ability, something that could be very interesting, and take note that it is actually for 24.9k ability. Let's change the color because everything is coming up. Purple, we wanted to say 24.9k. You are going to get multiply gems, increase their strength +1 up. And then you're also going to create 5 more multiply gems. And that's important because a lot of people have been wanting Sin Cara's training ability to be replicated in the game or reskinned. Here you go. It's actually even better than what Sin Cara had itself. And he does come with a Headbangers link. All moves start with 4 more move MPs. Now for this preview, we are going to put Fury 2 medals on Mosh right here. So that's going to give us an 80% increase in gem damage plus 30% for the title right there. We'll switch around the plates here and there, but for now we're going to start with an all hearts plate, and we're going to start with, although it's a little bit more rare of a plate, the Seal of the Acolytes. When we create submission gems, we'll get 50% more gem damage for our next turn. All right, let's go check out the moves. So our first moveset is we're going to do the stage dive, do 284k damage, and we are going to make 29 trap gems into purple, which is our color, so it's going to do some extra damage there. The next is going to be the scoop slam, where we make 28 random into trap gems themselves, and if they are broken by our opponent, we are going to get +6 MP green, and that is going to make, let's do it that way, green. So we are actually going to get our green MP loaded. If we break it though, we are going to steal 132k health. So it's going to heal us while hurting them. So we're going to get close to about 2 to 3 million in healing ourselves each round. And I'll show you what I mean when we get to the gameplay. And last but not least, the chokehold. So this is our making purple. So this is going to make purple MP. We're going to make 7 gems ourselves to make purple MP. That's going to load up our moves. So what we need to do is we need to make this chokehold move first off the list. Entourage wise, if you want to start this turn 1, come feud or other places, you're going to need 6 MP. So animal, obviously, because that's going to give us 4. And then you have a choice of a lot of 2 MP green people. So you have to choose the best one in this case, I guess, would be submission move damages, do 100% more damage per turn if you want to buff the sub. But you can also do green gem damages, do 50% more per turn as well too. It's entirely up to you how you want to set that up on this end. But you do want to have plus MP so that it gets started on turn 1. And then on the back end, you have the same sort of thing. If you don't have Ray here, any sort of purple gem damage will work. I know that Showboat Lacey, there we go, gives us more percentage of purple gem damage. And then you can either buff the sub, you can buff any of the moves, you can buff purple moves. It's entirely up to you how you want to do this. So there's lots of options to help you make some damage. You can buff the finisher with purple gem damage. Entirely up to you. All right, so let's take him on the road. We're going to go up against AJ. We do have a class advantage for 25% more, so just keep that in mind. Let's bro. So off the hop, we are going to put our submission gems down. We need 7 purples in order to fill both of our purple moves right here. So we have to be cognizant of that. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's 7. And then the rest of these that we get onto the board are going to be purple, and that's going to help us in a moment. They just remain purple, but we just want to make sure that there's some on the board at the end of it. So you can destroy any or all of them. And now we can put down, we can see that our purple gems have now been buffed because of the 2 different sub plates that we have. We're doing 148k per. Drop all of our trap gems. And then we can drop our finisher, and that finisher hit for about 5 million plus what we stole was a little bit over 9 million all the way through. Now the finisher hit for about 600k, not 250k, because I have a 150% move damage medal on there, so keep that in mind as well. But you can see this is very effective. It heals us. If they had a turn, we would be loaded for the next turn as well, and we would be able to go sub, we'd be able to go trap, and then finisher. All right, let's check out the next move set. Now, as I said, you have this option of, instead of doing the subs, you have the option of doing the choose move instead, having a similar outcome. So instead of the sub, you put in the leapfrog body guillotine, and that's where you're going to choose 5 gems to make into purple gems. Entourage for this, we're going to change it up a little bit. Last time I said that you can go, again, +2 green moves. If you don't have big Papa Pump, still kind of rare. This is going to give us that extra green gem damage. Doesn't really help us as much. We do want purple gem damage, but we do again need +2 MP in order to get this started, come feud or other places right off the bat. If you don't care, if you want to take one turn and one swipe, here's where you could put a 12k trainer or coach in with purple gem damage. And I also used a more common Lacey Evans right here for, again, purple percentage gem damage on the back end. All right, so let's go take a look at how this runs with AJ Styles once again. So this one, you're going to get your green move to go first. What you're actually going to need, because even though our green move is going first, is that you are going to have to also get lucky. So either way, you're probably going to need a purple move or a purple match or a green match to get started. But if you have a purple match ready to go, this is going to allow us to get going right off the hop. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a 5 match and hope we don't cascade. So if you don't have a purple match, we did cascade anyways. What you have to do is create one as well too. We can also put down our trap gems. We'll save our trap gems. We'll see how big our finale finisher is going to be. He's not ready to go, so we are good for at least one turn. What would have happened, we'll make our traps, and then we'll hit our finisher. And you just sort of have to get lucky. So you see that hit for about 5.5 million. He broke one of our trap gems, so that means we got our green move all ready to go again. And in this second case, we're actually just going to put purple gems all over the board. Try not to make any cascades, just so that they have more of a chance of breaking all of them. So you can see that this hits less than the sub, which is why I think the sub is the better build, but you'd think you have a little bit more control this way. But again, still a little bit random. This time we hit all of those, and you can see that that did a little over 4 million damage, probably plus another 4 million. So that probably hit 8.5 million with all the health steal as well. All right, let's go check out the next move set. So our next move set with this is going to bring in the triple blue. So we're going to hit the diving senton. We're going to make 24 random gems into 1 turn countdown, and that's going to make 2 random gems into color turns at the end of the countdown. So that's only for 1 turn. We got the diving DDT, which is going to decrease and make our countdown gems go off. And then the clothesline, which is going to make 45 color turn, basically almost all of the board, into blue gems. And all of these moves are 7 MP charges, which means we can get them all off turn 1 if we need be. So here's your chance again. If you do get the Thrasher, this month's chase card poster, you can get 75% more damage for color turn gems, and your blue moves, like these ones, will start with 2 more MP. And then, of course, we're going to use Lawler for 4, so there's the 7 that we need, including our own turn. And then on the back end with the coaches, blue gems using a 12k damage trainer in King Sheamus. And here you can also use Striker RVD, shout out Goldie, for color turn gems, doing either 12k color turn, that's what RVD does, or 50% more damage with Hall of Fame Bret Hart. So we'll take this out on the road again. One thing that I did want to mention is we did put new plates on here. We did put the Opportuna Z plate on here, so anytime we make the countdown gems, this is going to give us plus 50% for 2 more turns, also decreasing our opponents' And if you were able to get last month the Heartstopper plate, we're going to be able to activate 3 blue moves. So we are going to get 50% times 3 for each one of these. Going forward, we're also using countdown gems. So if you were so bold, you could also use an Eye of Judgment plate if you have one of those to decrease your opponent's MP instead. Entirely up to you how you want to run the plates. I'm just showing you some options. So let's bro again on the road against the AJ Styles. So come feud time, we're ready to go. We're going to put down our countdown gems. The beauty of this moveset is that there is no swiping necessary. It's one move, 2 moves, and as you can see, it makes the entire board countdowns except for 1. So each time you will find there is 1 gem that is not a countdown. And if that happens to be blue, like it is now, we will blow up the board. So 45 of these are going to be turned. All of them go blue. We take some extra damage, and that did 10.5 million. And then next turn it would do even more because of the Z plate, which works for 2 turns at 50%. So it would actually hit harder the second time around. All right, let's go check out another moveset. So our final moveset actually takes out the countdown reduction move and brings in our hardcore move that we have. It is a belly to back suplex, and it deals 89k bonus damage for every countdown gem. So this is not only against technicians, but this is also a boss battle move set for when we're going up against bosses that have countdown gem damage. If your opponent is a technician, you will deal an increase into your blue gem damage by 80% for 1 turn. So it's going to give our blue gems even more of a smack. I'm going to keep the trainers and everything the same. We're just going to see what it looks like against AJ, a technician. So let's have the hardcore move do what hardcore moves do. So we are ready. Turn 1, and I think that's because we have a month-long bonus, all moves starting with 2 more MP this month, but normally this would not be ready to go turn 1. But it is. So let's play with it like it is ready to turn 1. So we're going to put our countdown gems down. We are going to take bonus. We're going to increase our blue gem damage for 1 turn. And that did a nice little chunk of change. We're going to make a 1 turn. And then those are all going to go off. And now we can hit our move, turning them most of the board blue. Some of them got destroyed, and that did 6 million. Is he going to kick out? If he does, we're ready to go again. So you get an idea of sort of what this moveset looks like. It's primarily a boss battle move, as I said, but against a technician, it's going to give you a little more damage, just not as much damage as if you ran the triple blue. So there you have it. That is Mosh of the Thrashers. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give it the old like, the share, the subscribe. Thank you for coming to class today, Brofessor. Out.